very powerful. And in a very short time, like a year or two, a person can become self-realized if they are following this process of Kirtaniya Sadahari. Lord Chaitanya says in his Shikshashtaka prayers, Kirtaniya Sadaharihi. Always chant the holy name of the Lord. Always. Sada. Always. So 16 rounds is a bare minimum. 64 rounds is the actual standard. And the great Vaishnavas chanted even more than that. So we are trying to set up a situation where we can have a very simple, peaceful, rural existence and just engage in intense sadhana of the holy name, the way it's given in the original esoteric scriptures. And in that way, those devotees who are determined to attain self-realization in this lifetime can do it in a very short time. Why should we wait? There's not much time. I mean, even if the singularity in 2012 and all of that just turns out to be another Y2K, we don't, we don't make actual predictions about what's going to happen. We know something's going to happen, but we don't know exactly what. I think it's actually going to be more like an ontological meltdown or a communication problem or something like that. But anyway, whatever happens, we're still here in the material world, and we still have to get out. So I'm saying, let's do it. Let's not just compromise and chant a couple of rounds and, do a little offering and maybe preach a little bit and like that. No, let's put our whole energy into it and see what we can attain in just a couple of years. So we want to start. We even have a place picked out, or not a place, but an area of Mexico picked out. And over Christmas, when we take some time off, we're going to go down there and check it out and see what's going on, see where we might find a piece of land or a house for rent out in the country. Or we'll find something. Land is incredibly cheap down here. Rent is very, very cheap, especially out in the country. So it's not going to require a lot of financial support or anything like that. The site is always going to be free. And we're going to we are going to make it possible for people to send us donations. But we're never going to make it a paid membership site or anything like that. The website and the information, Ask Baba and all of that, the Jyotish course, etc. and so forth, that's always going to be free. Okay, so if someone wants counseling or something like that, maybe we'll have some kind of donation program so that they can get the counseling they need. And when we use our valuable time and get on the internet and counsel them, there is some exchange. Because that's been the problem. I'm running out of time. As the number of students increases, it seems like there's less and less time. Everybody wants a piece of my time. So that's become the scarcest resource that we have. Uddhava, did you have a comment?
Ryan says, I'll bring a shovel.
Connor, baby, you're in. Bring your beads too. I don't know, we might have some kind of, of course we're going to have a garden and maybe some cows and stuff like that. But the purpose is not to start a farm. The purpose is to do sadhana. Okay? So, we might even start a little business selling herbs or something like that, legal herbs. But we'll hire local people to do most of the work. We won't get out there and do that. Our business is to chant the holy name of the Lord. And we want to do that. We want to make that our first priority. Because that leads to the actual goal of spiritual liberation. Like I said, we don't want to start a church. We don't want to start just an ordinary school or something like that. We want to actually bring people to self-realization, and that requires a lot of sadhana. So the sadhana will be the first priority, always. And we will we'll have some kind of a process, to qualify people, to make sure that the people we're bringing aren't going to be still involved in a lot of personal dramas and stuff like that, because we don't have time for that. We ought to concentrate on the holy name of the Lord. That's the purpose of the community. We'll continue our preaching. In fact, we intend to expand our preaching, but we're going to leverage the internet and software to do more and more of that kind of work, so that we'll be free for our chanting. The technology is available. We might as well use it.